What's up, Leo? This is going to be your Mars retrograde reading for November 2022. All right, so Leo and Leo rising. Mars is going to retrograde in your 11th house of friends, groups, things of that nature. So the 11th house is ruled by your opposite sign, Aquarius. And so you might have, being that it's Mars retrograde basically is like stepping into a time machine for any of the planetary energies. So whether it's Jupiter, Mars, for example, Jupiter in retrograde would be, it could be bringing back abundance from the past or people from the past, people that you worked for. So with Mars retrograde, it's your passion, it's your desires, it's your anger, it's your sexuality. So for some of you that have dated Aquarians or had friends with benefit relationships, you might see those coming back, and being that it is in your your friends in the 11th house of friends and associations and groups, it may come back in the form of that way. Now, because Mars is retrograding in the 3rd house of Gemini, or not the 3rd house of Gemini, it's basically retrograding in the sign of Gemini, so it's going to be a lot of communication, but it's still going to be in your 11th house. So you might find yourself reevaluating conversations and things like that you've had in these groups in the past, and associate people that you ran with, that you've been associated with. For you, of those that is in metaphysics and astrology and things, basically occult, anything that deals with like what I'm doing here. It could be those types of groups. Some of you might be rejoining groups. It could be groups of people that you hung out with that you were very passionate about, or a cause. It could be rallying for a cause, a humanitarian cause with these same types of groups and organizations. But it mainly is going to have everything to do with passionate communication. So you can also look up more information on that just to see if anything else resonates with you. But that is the gist of your astrological aspects and how it's going to affect you in the 11th house. So I'm also going to be pulling some cards for you just to give you a theme of how this is going to affect you. Okay, Leo Sun and Leo Rising. Also, I just wanted to say, Leo Rising, this might affect you in groups and associations in regards to your physical body. If you have a Leo Rising, you might find yourself going back to the gym with these people, being very passionate, having communications, and anyone that you would have that deals with the house of self, which is your physical body. That's what the ascendant or the rising basically is. It's the mask you wear. It's how people perceive you. An example, some people might have a Gemini sun, but they'd have a Leo rising. So they would look like they would have a Leo body type, or they would come off as a Leo at first glance until the person got to know them. So that's how that works. And so being that if it retrogrades in the 3rd house or in your 11th house, it can just be like, you going to the gym with people, or it could be things that has to do with self-identity. So it could be rallying for a cause of people, for people's self-interest, or you might join these groups for self-interest or the interest of other people. So that's how that would, play out, or one way that it could play out. All right, so the cards I pull for you is fertility and harmony. So fertility it's just telling you at this time to be careful, because you have Mars with the retrograde. That's your sexual energy. It could be somebody from the past that's coming back into your life. At this time, if you don't want to get pregnant or anything like that, I would be careful, because it could be a group of people like that you ran around with in high school, and you might be very fertile at this time. So you might want to be careful with that. And the harmony is basically the harmony card is basically about being in harmony with someone, or finding harmony within yourself. Now, joining these groups and things like that might bring you some type of fulfillment, and so that could lead to a harmony, or a harmony with another person. Something to do with that. So this card signifies the possibility that a deep spiritual initiation, partnership, or union is taking place at this time, or is manifesting for the future. It doesn't always necessarily represent a love affair of the heart. You can signify other forms of relationships in your life, whether they're personal or business related. Remember, not all partnerships have to be one-on-one. They could be forged with a group, an organization, a pet, or even incident or situation. Now, if you remember what I was telling you about the groups and organizations, that's what the 11th house deals with. So the cards are actually showing you how the astrological aspects actually match up with the tarot reading in itself. So that's basically what you can expect with this transit. Now, it's very mediocre in regards to the information I'm giving you. A lot of people don't like long reads, so I'm just kind of putting these out there to give you a gist of what to expect during this time. My community tab on my YouTube page is now active, so I will be posting on there in regards to what to expect, memes, things of that nature, updates. So make sure you please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. And I do appreciate your support, Leo rising. So have a good one, and I hope this is a blessed transit for you.